Hi, my name is Kendall and I'm an intern at MetaSpace 511 at the Wagonaga Community Library. For today's Kid Suit Code, we're going to be building our own superheroes. So, let's get coding! For today's lesson, we're going to be using Google's CS First. So, they also provide their own tutorial for this code. So, if you want to watch the video and follow along with me, all you have to do is click on the forward arrows until you get to step 2.1, where we'll start our code. So click Get Coding, and then you can just minimize this, and I'll tell you what to do. So the first thing we're going to do is pick out our hero. So in the upper left corner, you can switch from the Code tab to the Costumes tab. If you look on the left and scroll down, there's a bunch of different heroes to choose from. So you can choose any of these ones. I'm going to go with the dog. Once you pick out your hero, I want you to go back to the Code tab. The first thing we're going to do is make our hero say something. If you go to the left and click on the purple Looks circle, you will see that we have all these blocks. We want to select Say Hello for 2 seconds. What I want you to try and do is change what your hero is saying, so you can type in that area, and then experiment with how long you want them to say it. So if you click on the block, it'll show you how long it goes for. I think I want mine a little bit longer, so I could change it to 4, and then click on it, and it stays for longer. Another thing that I want you to try and do is add another block underneath it, and have it say something else, like that. And then when you click on both blocks, you'll notice that it goes the first one and then the second one. This is called a sequence, when the block on the top goes first and then the block under it goes second. So you can add as many of these say blocks as you want and make your hero say all different types of things. You can also experiment with how long they say the certain thing. When you're done with your say blocks, there's one more step. If you go to the left and click on the yellow Events tab, there is this big one at the top that says When Green Flag Clicked. If you drag that into your code and put it at the top, that means that when the green flag right here is clicked, your hero will do whatever is under the block, which in our case are our purple say blocks. So once you're done with that, we're going to move on to the next step. Now, we're going to make our hero move up and down when we use the up arrow key and the down arrow key. So we're just going to drag this to the side, and we're going to start with something new. If you go up to the upper left hand corner with the light blue circle and click on the Motions tab, you'll see that down here we have a Change Y by block. So your hero can either move up or down, and that is called the Y direction. So if you drag Change Y by 10 into our code and click on it, you can see that our hero continues to move up. If you want to move it back down, you can just click on your hero and drag it down. What we want to do is we want to set it so that our hero goes up when we press the up key. So if you go to the Events tab, there's more of these yellow blocks, and one of them says When Space Key Pressed. So we're going to use this one and put it on top of our blue block, but then we're going to change it from space to the up arrow. So we can test. If you click on your up arrow on your keyboard, you should be able to move your hero up. And again, you can just click on it and drag it down to go back to its original spot. Also, the number inside of your blue block will change how much it moves. So if I want my hero to move more, I would increase that number, and he'll move more every time I click the arrow. Or, same thing, if I want him to move less, I could change that number, and he moves a lot less. Once you're happy with how much your hero is moving when you click on the up arrow, we are going to duplicate this block and do the same thing, but we're going to do it with the down arrow. So, what you can do is you can go back over here and grab another When Space Key Pressed, but we're going to change it to down arrow. Then we're going to go back to the blue and find the Change Y by 10, drag that underneath, and then you want to set it to the same number that's in the up arrow block, but negative. So we're going to do -5. So now if you test it, it should go down when you press the down arrow and up when you press the up arrow. You can mess with the numbers to change how much your hero moves up and down, but if you're all good on this step, we're going to move to the next one. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make it so that our hero will follow our mouse when we move it around the screen. So in this blue motion tab, there's one that says go to random position. So we can drag that into our code, but we can change it from random position to mouse pointer. So now, if you go over here, you might notice when you click on it that your hero will try to go towards your mouse. Then we're going to use what's called a loop. A loop is something that makes a block repeat over and over again. So in the orange control tab over here, there's a block that says forever. I want you to drag that out and put it outside of your blue block. So the blue block should now be inside the forever loop. This means that forever, your hero is going to follow your mouse pointer. So if you click on this, you can go over here and you'll see that your hero follows wherever your mouse goes. The last step is to add another event block so that this starts when our green flag is clicked. So let's try it out. Yay! Now we want to make it so that our hero also turns to look at our mouse instead of just following it. So if you go back to the blue motion tab, there's one of them that says point towards mouse pointer. We want to put this on top of our go to mouse pointer block, but still inside the forever loop. So it should go when flag clicked, forever, point towards mouse pointer, go to mouse pointer. So let's try it out. Now you can see that it looks like we're making our hero fly. I think this is really cool. We're going to add one more thing in the next step, so let's go. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to make it look like our hero is really flying past this building. So first what we have to do is go down underneath our screen and click on the building sprite instead of the hero sprite. So now your code is going to be blank. What we're going to do is you're going to go to the motion tab and we're kind of going to do what we did for the hero, but in the X direction. So if Y was up and down, then X is left and right. So I want you to find the change X by block. And we're going to drag that inside of our code, but we're going to do -10 so that our building moves to the left. So if you click on it, you should see that our building moves just a little bit. However, if we want our building to go backwards while our hero is going forwards past it, we need to make this repeat until the building is off of the page. So if you go to the control orange blocks, there is another one that says repeat. This is also a type of loop, but instead of going forever, it only does it a certain amount of times. So let's see if 10 is enough to make our building go all the way to the left. Nope, we still need some more. Let's try 20, so drag your building back to where it was, and then click on it. Still need a little bit more, so I'm going to try 35. Move it back. Okay, and just a little bit more, let's go with 50, just to be sure. So, once you get to 50, your building will go all the way to the left, and then it will stop. The next step is to move our building all the way to the right first. And once you get your building all the way to the right, we're going to grab one more block in this blue motion tab. This one says go to X, Y. It's important that you put your building all the way to the right before you drag out this block, because the numbers that are in here right now is where our building is. So we want to put this on top of our blocks, not inside of the loop, but on top of it. So it'll start at our current position, which is all the way to the right, then it'll repeat going to the left until it stops. The last thing we need is one more loop, but this time it is going to be forever loop. So now it's going to go right to left forever. And of course, you guys could probably guess we need to add when green flag clicked. So let's see if this works. So you can see now that it looks like our building is flying past our hero. This is where I'm going to stop for today's Kids Who Code. However, if you are in the CS First tutorial that I linked in the description, you should eventually get to this step, 4.1, that says choose an add-on. I taught you how to do follow the mouse and zoom past a scrolling background, but if you want to keep coding, there are 4 other options that you can do, and they give you the tutorial on how to do them. So if you want to keep coding, I would suggest using one of these add-ons that we haven't done yet. Otherwise, you're done, and you've got this awesome hero that talks, flies with your mouse, and goes across buildings. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's Kids Who Code. We were able to build a superhero and make it fly across our screen, which was super cool. I hope you guys have really enjoyed these video series of Kids Who Code, and for the summer we'll be taking a break. So if you have any questions, you can still email me and I can answer them in the email. Otherwise, I'll see you guys either in MetaSpace or on YouTube next time I'm here. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!